Welcome back everyone, so it's Apex Predator here again, bringing you another sport mode race as usual. So for today we're going to be doing Tsukuba, the new track, with this M3 Sport Evo, the new car, or one of the new cars. So it's going to be 15 laps of Tsukuba, and it's going to be on racing hard tyres with fuel consumption and tyre wear turned on. But really good car and track combination, I really enjoyed it. Tsukuba for me is just synonymous with sort of high revving, naturally aspirated 2-litre engines, throttle bodies, just that inlet roar, all of that stuff, all that good stuff. And this car it just felt so good on that track. A really nice car and track combination, I felt at least. So yeah, here we go, starting with the first race. So yeah, 15 laps of Tsukuba. See how we get on. So it's a long race. Tyre wear and fuel wear will come into it a little bit, not too much, but mainly tyre wear. Fuel wear you could pretty much do the whole race quite easily, but anyway, it's not going to be won or lost in the first corner. It's a long race. So we've got this guy going very deep in turn 1. Bit of contact there, and then yeah, that was nice of him. I don't know if he I don't know if he didn't know there was another car on my inside. So he wanted me to get over the track or something, so he was sort of ramming me to get over, and I couldn't, or he deliberately pitched me. Anyway, serve a penalty, and then we got squeezed a bit by that French guy coming past, trying to take his normal line even though I'm there, so another penalty. So that was that race. Yeah. Not quite all of that race, but pretty much blown in the first lap, wasn't it? Spun off the track, loads of penalties, so... Oh yeah, struggling with the car, getting hot-headed with the penalties. I think the guy that spun me, look, he's up into 3rd at the moment. Whereas we're down in 13th with like a 3-second penalty. But it's the way it goes. So messy. Yeah. That was like a 4-second penalty, wasn't it? Horrible race. So anyway, because of how horrible that race went, the next race look was just complete contrast. So again, you know, don't worry about it when you get a bad race. Just it will even out hopefully if you play enough. So don't worry about it. So look, we ended up getting pole the next race because I think our SR dropped a bit in that race. So we ended up with quite an easy pole, quite an easy race, but it's quite boring. And you don't really push yourself in these sorts of races. So towards the end of the race, like towards lap sort of 7 or 8, I just sort of switched off, making little mistakes, not really pushing. So it gives you some easy wins, but yeah, it doesn't give you the enjoyable racing. Still think that's lacking a little bit since these penalties have been beefed up. But there we go. So that was that race. We're pulling away quite comfortably. Look, you can see on the map how the gap. You need to fall through here because you do need to fuel save a little bit in this race. Couldn't quite do the full thing flat out, but I barely noticed the fuel saving, to be honest. So that was that race. This race I was quite looking forward to. So rating increased a bit. There's quite a few S rank guys in this race. I was still at AS at this point, but importantly not AA anymore like I was in that previous one. So pretty close to SS. I was looking forward to this race. That was my own worst enemy in this race. But I realised as well after this that I had my steering settings way too high, so I've not really felt comfortable in the car since I did that karting video. I've got a really nice setup for the kart, and then ever since then, all the cars that I've driven, I just haven't really felt like I can get onto the limit of the tyre and hold it there like you need to. It's been very sort of off and on, my driving since then. And what I mean by that is like quite digital. Like I'll sort of get to the braking point, brake a bit, then turn in. Like I can't really blend the inputs like I'd like to. And this car really highlighted it for me. So by lowering the settings, I found that actually, oh, hold on, there's a whole load of things are becoming a bit more analog. So yeah, I've definitely found that lowering my steering settings have helped. But yeah, really, like I said in the intro, I really like the car and track combination. It's really well suited. Have a look there. So I want to get past this guy, I want to get into that battle that's happening ahead. I just ended up being a bit impatient. Taking a little bit more than I'd like to out of my tyres as well. Just not really following my own advice. Normally I like to just sort of hang back when I'm in traffic, but I really wanted to get past this guy. Of course he'll be managing his race, so we'll have pace in hand as well. Just want to put the pressure on here really, just want to try and be there so if there is a gap that's presented I'm in a position to take it at least. But it's kind of eyeing him up from the inside there. Probably should have gone for it that lap really. I think I was quite close, wasn't I, coming on the approach there, going under the Dunlop Bridge. Tricky with the gearing there. Fourth is quite a long gear, so if you're in fourth all the way through that corner, it does feel like it's a bit too high. But third, it's very easy to lose traction. That's why it's a good. Well, that's why I felt it was a good car and track combination. Very close through there. Just a little bit too soft for me though. I'd like to sprung a bit firmer. But probably on sports tyres it would feel a bit better with the softer springs, but just with the racing hards it just felt a little bit twitchy for me. But you just have to plant your foot and know that it'll grip, you have to trust it really, and that just comes with having the feel. But like I said, I just don't quite have in the cars at the moment. So we're on to lap 5. Starting to get a little bit of pressure from behind. I'm just having to be quite cautious on my brakes into that corner in particular. But I'll drop back a little bit. I seem to be much faster on my brakes, it's just getting out of the corners where we're struggling a bit. Although maybe those two are links. Not proud of that at all. It came from way too far back for a lunge there, but I didn't really want to do it. It just, by the time I'd sort of tried to think about it was already too late not to do it, so I just kind of had to just commit to it, and I couldn't brake anymore, I couldn't come out of it, and yeah, that was a completely deserved penalty. That I wasn't really close enough to be thinking about sending it up the inside. And like I say, by the time I thought about it, I wanted to get in a position to think about it, and then by the time I realised it wasn't on, it was too late to come out of it. So yeah, just a mistake. I apologised to him after the race as well. So that was a 3-second penalty, I think it was. So what's going to happen with that penalty is it's going to slowly, I'm going to serve little bits of it without really trying to. But then once the game realises that you're doing that, okay. So two things I've realised with the penalties is, if you serve, say you have a 3-second penalty and you serve 2 seconds of it, and you still have, say, half a second left when you cross the line, it won't just penalise you about half a second, it will do the full penalty because you haven't fully served it. So if you're going to be burning a penalty, you need to burn the full thing. So what happens here is, because it's gradually ticking away, I think it begins to tick up. So if you don't, so basically what I'm realising is, in a long race, you just need to serve your penalty. I wanted to at least as well sort of pull away and see if I could have a race, because because I didn't make that clean pass on that guy. I was like, right, well at least let's see if we can make it worthwhile, but I couldn't even do that, so I was just feeling a bit sorry for myself this race. With that penalty as well, so I thought there was no point pushing, you know, trying to push and make more ground, more position, so I'll probably just make a mistake in this car if I push. And I don't want to end up increasing that penalty. So I was like, right, let's just try and get to the finish. But like I said, I think if I got another penalty a bit later on and that caused it to increase, or it just started to increase, I think it might be that if you don't serve it quickly enough, even because it used to be if it was under 5 seconds it was cool, but I think now it's just full stop. If you have a penalty, it will start to tick up if you don't serve it. But it's nice that Tsukuba's back in the game there anyway. It's alright. It's not that interesting. It's quite a short track, but it's just, I don't know. It just feels nice to drive. It just has a nice flow. So we skip to lap 13. As you can see, we've fallen back a bit into 8th now. But we were sort of within a few tenths of that yellow car, but we've just sort of fallen back a bit. And they've had a bit of a scrap. The yellow car's got past the car that's now between us and the yellow car, and we weren't close enough to capitalise. So now we've got this car sniffing a bit close because we're taking a bit too much out of our tyres early on. Fuel's fine, but the tyres could be, I've seen better days. I don't know what to do here because contact's probably quite likely. I've already got this penalty, so I don't really want contact, so really I should be not fighting this too hard. But that's kind of what I tend to do anyway. I just try and drive my own line. If you're going to overtake me, you can overtake me. I'm not going to fight too hard. But yeah, especially when you've got a penalty. So I even leave the door open there. But I am going to expect to still have space for myself. So look, he wanted to shut the door there, but nah, I am still here. So that was all fair. I feel a bit bad for this guy because I'm probably holding and slowing him up here. But it's close to the end of the race, so I felt like if I can just hold on, maybe he's got a penalty as well. Track position is still track position, isn't it? Sounds so good. They really did a good job improving the car engine sounds for this game over previous Gran Turismos. So he's tried to sort of nudge the door open a bit there, and I think that was another little... What was it? I can't tell. It's up inside again here, but we're going to do the same thing. We're going to hold on and try and take the inside for the... not really a hairpin this corner, is it? Because it's not that tight, but a little mini carousel. Went in a bit hot. He's gone for a cutback, but I was still there. So that was a penalty. 4 seconds for him, 1 second for me, but that's enough to just tick it over 3 seconds again. So I've managed to serve sort of about a second of that 3-second penalty from ages ago, lap 5. And that's just ticked it up again, so I think now it's increasing still. But last lap, so I'm not going to finish the race with it. But there you go, that was that race. I really did enjoy driving the car on Tsukuba. I just didn't feel that comfortable with it, and I think the racing kind of shows that. Not that confident, not that fast really. But there we go, still interesting. That scumbag move as well in that first race, on that first lap, I think that kind of killed the whole vibe for me, really. So I was really looking forward to doing this race. Like I say, nice car, nice track, and then I got in the race, and that first race, that happened. I was just like, all right, there goes the SR, and there goes the rank, but never mind, there we go. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all again very soon. Alright, thanks, bye!